Lumos Maximum.
What's up, everyone? I'm Jaren, and today we are talking about Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Now, this is the third installment to the Fantastic Beasts franchise, which is a prequel spin-off to the Harry Potter saga. The movie is once again directed by David Yates, who has been an ongoing director of the franchise, as well as screenwriter/author J.K. Rowling. This time around, Albus Dumbledore assigns Newt and his allies for a mission related to the rising power of Grindelwald. We got some returning cast members along with a few new faces, including Eddie Redmayne, Jude Law, Dan Fogler, Ezra Miller, Alison Sudol, Jessica Williams, Callum Turner, and Mads Mikkelsen. Now, before I get into the review, I gotta address a few of the elephants in the room, and the first one being Ezra Miller. It was very unfortunate to what happened in Hawaii, but man, you're a really good actor. You just gotta shape up, man. You just can't be doing stuff like that in public. Personally, I would hate to see him replaced in this Fantastic Beasts franchise, as well as the upcoming Flash movie. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I feel like we've already established ground with the characters he's played. It'd be a shame to see someone else fill in his shoes. By all means, I feel like that might be the better decision, especially with the studio, but that boy's got a lot of apologizing and a lot of groveling to do. Anyways, whether it was real life stuff or just behind the scenes kind of thing, his character is Credence Barebone, aka Aurelius Dumbledore. I really like where they left off a lot of his sub-arc or character transgression in the movie of the last one, and I thought we were going to see more of his story, a lot of his identity stuff just really come to light in this one, but it felt so in the back burner. Like, why did you develop all that stuff in the second movie just to see him get sidelined completely? And I wasn't sure if some of his stuff got left on the cutting room floor, but we got a lot of good scenes with him in it, just it wasn't the focus anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really, really like that scene with him and Jude Law fighting in the streets with their wands. He looked like Adam Driver from Star Wars, though. The second elephant in the room was Katherine Waterston. She plays Tina Goldstein, who is a large supporting character for the Fantastic Beasts movies, and she was almost nowhere to be found in this film. She has like a few moments, but she is non-existent. And I had to look it up. I was like, why did they just completely dump her? And I read that Katherine Waterston definitely spoke out and posted an article on her Instagram and really called out J.K. Rowling on her whole transphobia. Yeah. Apparently there was just a whole beef of that. I'm not going to get completely into it, but she wanted to stand her position, and J.K. Rowling completely cut her out of the film. And of course, it was a little bit bittersweet when she does show up in the film. I'm not going to ruin that for you, but yeah, it just, she got done dirty. Now, the third and biggest elephant in the room would have to be the replacement of Johnny Depp. And we got Mads Mikkelsen to play the antagonist role of Grindelwald, and he had a much, much bigger part in this movie than the last, and it was weird having to establish Mads Mikkelsen as Grindelwald. He fits the part perfectly, he plays it perfectly, but to know that Johnny Depp has established this character from the ending of the first film through the second one, it felt, I don't know, it felt bitter. Like, it was a hard pill to swallow on that one. Now, it is very unfortunate that the personal life of Johnny Depp and his ex-wife Amber Heard has definitely affected their careers, especially with the studios and them getting involved and making decisions to replace him. And for some reason, Amber Heard gets to keep her career or her role in the next Aquaman movie, like whatever. But it was just really sad the way they went about with having Johnny Depp leave the project. Nonetheless, we have received an incredible performance by Mads Mikkelsen as Grindelwald. I love a lot of his interplay with Jude Law's Dumbledore and a lot of the tension and the loss of love between them and how they're martyrs to their own passion of changing the world for what's better or worse. And we also had a notably newcomer to the group, which is Jessica Williams, who plays Professor Hicks. And I thought she was more of a Tina Goldstein stand-in, but with a Hermione Granger personality. Dan Fogler and Alison Sudol, I love their character arc story as Jacob and Queenie. I think they add a lot of ray of sunshine in a lot of the darkness that surrounds our main characters, and it's just good for the story. I actually appreciate the fact that the title Fantastic Beasts is actually relevant in this movie compared to the last one, and there's a particular creature that's introduced as a key plot device, and what it has to go through might break your heart, but I think it was very, very important for the trailers not to spoil this. I also thought that the overall story that was surrounding our main characters is still trying to find its footing, but it definitely knows where it wants to go. Just to a lot of us who don't have a clear view of the next two movies that may or may not happen, because depending on how good this movie does in theaters will determine if the studio actually wants to make those last two on contract. Because overall, I absolutely love this one compared to the second movie, but it is nowhere near as good as the first film. Like, the movie could have just stayed at one and could not need a franchise. And for some reason, a lot of these sequels, especially for this particular franchise, just feel like fillers. It feels like an unwanted show. But you enjoy what you see because you are a fan of the Harry Potter slash Wizarding World universe, and you want to see more of that, especially expanded upon. Especially with what our characters are given at the end of this movie, I really would love to see the end of the road for this story, and I want to see this whole thing just explode into an all-out war, because that's what we're really waiting for, right? Alright guys, that's all I got to say about that movie. Thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to more reviews. I'm Jaren, and I will see you guys at the movies. Take care.